Hello everyone and welcome to today's daily thought on the daf. On the end of Gimel Amud Beis, the Gemara records a very interesting narrative. The Gemara tells us how Dovid HaMe would be learning Torah until dawn, ad she'ola amud hashachar. When the dawn would come, the Gemara says that the Chachmei Yisroel would come into him. Now the Gemara doesn't say who the Chachmei Yisroel are. Chachmei Yisroel is a phrase that's used in numerous places in Shas. Interestingly enough, I think it's most commonly used when we're talking about things like astronomy, things like how we calculate various dates. It's not as commonly used in a regular Gemara usage, like in terms when we're discussing halacha or something like that. But that's just a side point. But the Gemara doesn't say who these Chachmei Yisroel were. Now the Chachmei Yisroel would come to Dovid HaMe and they would say, Adeneinu HaMelech Amcha Yisrael tzrichin parnasa. They told Dovid HaMe that we have a problem. Klal Yisrael needs parnasa. There are poor people in Klal Yisrael who don't have enough. They're poverty stricken. And Dovid HaMe would tell them of what sounds like a very simplistic eitzah. L'chu v'hisparnasu zemizel. Let them go do parnasa with each other and let them have parnasa. They, the Chachmei Yisrael, answered Dovid HaMe with a very interesting, abstract sounding narrative. They tell Dovid HaMe, well, that's not going to work because ein hakaimitz masbia es ha'ari. You can't satisfy a lion with a handful of food. Vein habar mismale mechuliyasai. And you cannot fill up a pit with dirt that you're going to take out of the very pit that you dug. In other words, if you dig a pit and now you want to fill the pit up, you can't take a shovel, dig earth out of the bottom of that very same pit and then put it back in to fill up the pit. That's not going to work. You need to bring earth from elsewhere. You need to bring earth from outside. Dovid HaMe said back, well, in that case, if you're telling me my eitzah is not going to work, then l'chu pishtu yedecha b'gdud. Go ahead and make a war. What does that mean, make a war? Well, there were different times throughout history when other nations had taken land away from Klal Yisrael, land that rightfully belonged to Klal Yisrael. Dovid HaMe was suggesting, okay, you could go do war, launch a war to take back those areas, and in war, people make money. There are spoils of war. What do they call it? What was it that Eisenhower said? Beware of the defense establishment, right? You have to pay for tanks and guns and bullets, so there's a lot of money in war. Go make a war. But he sent them to Achitophel to get a strategy. He sent them to Sanhedrin to ask Rishus from the Sanhedrin to make a war, so that Sanhedrin should be mispal for them. And then he sent them to the Urim V'Tumim. He said, you better be shoyal by the Urim V'Tumim to see if you're going to be successful, to see if this is going to be a good thing to do. What exactly is going on in this narrative? It's a very interesting sounding narrative. I'd like to suggest what maybe is a mechudesh pshat, but I think that there's a lot of truth in it. They came to Dovid HaMe and they told Dovid HaMe, in your position as king, we're bringing to you a national problem. There are people who are stuck in poverty. There are people who don't have enough. We're asking you what to do. Dovid HaMe thought about this, and Dovid HaMe said back, look, we know that Parnasa comes from Borei Olam. Parnasa comes from the Rebbeinu Shalom. It's our role. We're mechuyev. We're obligated to do a shtadlus. We have to make effort to have Parnasa because the Rebbeinu Shalom does not give somebody Parnasa b'nes. Generally speaking, the Rebbeinu Shalom doesn't make nisim. So you need Parnasa. You have to do a shtadlus. Now you're coming to me with a problem. You're telling me people don't have Parnasa. Well, if they're not doing Ishtadlus, they should go do Ishtadlus. Obviously, you're telling me that they're doing Ishtadlus, but they still don't have Parnasa. In that case, Dovid HaMe said, I have an eitzah. They should go do business with other Yidden. If you don't have Parnasa, even though you're doing Ishtadlus, maybe you don't have the schusim that you need for the Rebbeinu Shalom to give you Parnasa. So go do business with another Yid. Maybe in his chus, maybe the Rebbeinu Shalom will want that the business should be successful in that other Yid's chus, and maybe in that chus you'll get Parnasa. The Chachmei Yisroel, these unnamed Chachmei Yisroel, said back, no, you don't get it. There's much more at work here. We're not looking for a simplistic eitzah. We know economic theory, Dovid HaMe. They told Dovid HaMe, Ein hakaimitz masbia es ha'ari, vein habar mismale mechuliyasai. You know, if you start reading the writings of the economists, your head could start spinning. You start reading about monetary supply and this and that. These people make a study out of this. They've studied this for decades. They came to Dovid HaMelech. They said, Dovid HaMelech, you think we're coming to you for such a simplistic eitzah? Don't you realize that there's a much deeper problem? We got to bring in money from elsewhere, and a kamis paspia esari, and a bar mismali b'chuliyasai. Dovid HaMelech's response was, to you, Parnasa is very complicated. You're economists. You have studied these issues at length. You see, to me, to Dovid HaMelech, Parnasa is very simple. Parnasa comes from Borei Olam. There's no kaichi vaitzim yadi involved. You make hishtadlus. You make a type of hishtadlus which under normal circumstances should give somebody parnasa. You do something that the bracha of the Rebbeinu Shalom could be chal on, and hopefully you bespal to the Rebbeinu Shalom, you have amun and betachin, the Rebbeinu Shalom will give you parnasa. To me it's very simple. To you it's complex. If it's complex, then people like you need to do complex things to get parnasa. L'chu upishtu yedechem b'gdud. Go throw a war. Now you should know in war people get hurt. In war people die. War is a dangerous thing. So if you're going to go to war, people like you, if you're going to go to war, you better be yoyetz b'archi teufel. You got to do all the ishtadlus in the book. Me, Dovid HaMelech, when I had to go to war, when I had to go kill Goliath, I couldn't lift the sword that Shalom Melech gave me. So what did I do? I picked up a stone and I put it in a slingshot and I used that. I did the hishtadlus that I could do. Baruch Hashem, the Rebbeinu Shalom gave me hatzlacha, I killed Goliath. But people like you don't think that way. Again, I'm suggesting that the Chachmei Yisroel over here were not the Chachmei Yisroel, as in the real Talmidei Chachamim. These were Chachamim, the wise men of Klal Yisrael. Maybe in air quotes, Chachamim. He said, it seems to me that people like you need to do a lot of ishtadlus. So you better go to Achitophel and get a strategy. But that's not enough. After you get the strategy from Achitophel, you better go to Sanhedrin and get Rishus, because you need a lot of tefillas. Go to Sanhedrin will be mispal for you. That's not enough either. Then you better go to the Kayin and you better be Shayel Niyur V'tumim. But Dovid HaMelech's way is much simpler. Dovid HaMelech's way is, you need Parnasa, go do ishtadlus, have amunin, betachin, trust in the Rebbeinu Shalom, be mispal, have kavanin, yitfilas that the Rebbeinu Shalom should give you parnasa, and the Rebbeinu Shalom will take care of you. If you pair that amun and betachin together with Torah learning, people are sitting and learning the daf with amun and betachin, then Mirz Hashem, everybody will have what they need. They'll have parnasa, they'll have gazunt, and they'll have everything. Everyone in the schus of the limud Torah, everybody should have taka whatever they need. They should have parnasa and gazunt and als ding. Thank you. If you enjoy, please maybe think about subscribing to the channel. I'll try to do this, if not every day, I'll try to do it on a frequent basis. Be well.